Hello everyone. For today's magic card trick tutorial, this one comes from a viewer by the name of Dark Saber 052, where they suggested that I teach a trick using a regular deck of cards, and well, more importantly, not only them being well shuffled, but Dark Saber 052 was really adamant about having a spectator be able to shuffle the cards. So I can pretend like I'm a spectator, give the cards a shuffle. These are real shuffles. Pretend that these are spectator shuffles. These are not false or zero shuffles in any way. These are real spectator shuffles, okay? And I, being the magician, can even give the deck another shuffle. And then once the cards are mixed up, you want to magically find the 1, 2, and even 3, and finally, the last one, the hardest one to find in the deck, the 4th ace in a well-shuffled deck. Now, Dark Saber 052 didn't just want to do that. They also wanted me to take the 1, 2, 3, and then finally the ace of spades, all 4 aces, and then lose them. I'll take the ace of spades first, place him in the bottom, okay? He's at the bottom of the deck. Take the 2nd ace, put it in the deck, the 3rd ace, and then the 4th ace, okay? 4 aces, 4 different spots in the deck. Lose all the aces, and then, I don't know if they wanted me to shuffle after I lost them, but then I can mix up the deck. Okay, doing a slip-slop shuffle here. All right, completely mixing up the deck since this trick is all about shuffling, where it looks like you have a regular deck, but you have face-to-back cards, back-to-face cards, and there's even some cards back-to-back. Now, if I give the deck, let's say, 2 more shuffles here. Magic shuffles. There's 1. And then finally, here's 2. Magic shuffles. I should be able to complete the trick that Dark Saber 052 suggested, and that is making the deck go back in order, except for the 1, 2, 3, 4 aces appear face up in a face down deck, regular deck of cards. And that one I'm calling the Ambitious Aces Triumph. Okay? And so, before I tell you how to do this, please like and subscribe. I appreciate it. It's really not that difficult to do. It does just require some setup. And if you can do a one-handed cut, that's perfect. But if you cannot do a one-handed cut, I'll show you also how to do the trick as well. This trick also has a lot of benefit to it, because you can not only just turn the aces over when you make them appear, you can, do maybe a card change or etc., some kind of flash or flare when you do make the aces appear, okay? So you do have a regular deck of cards you start out with. You want to get the 4 aces out, and you just want to bend the aces just enough to bow them. You don't want to crease them. Don't put a crease in the cards. And then just do it to all the aces. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what I do, I turn them over and then do it again. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so what that does is that just bends the aces just enough, okay, that'll allow you to find them. And it's just kind of like you're gonna do like a Monty bend in the cards, but no crease. That's, you do not crease the cards, okay? I'll show you how much they're bent, okay? Now, once you have these bent, you can put them in the deck, and then when they're bent like that, if you cut the cards from the long edge, you cut to the ace, okay? And if you cut the cards from the short edge, then the ace, you cut to the aces, but they're on this side of the deck, okay? So that's just how you can do it without doing a one-handed cut. So you can shuffle them in, and then once you do that, you're ready to go, okay? So it looks like you have a regular deck of cards, and you can show both sides. It is a well-shuffled, well-mixed deck. And then you can have a spectator shuffle the cards, which is what they were adamant about, okay? So you do the spectators, have the spectator shuffle them. And then when you do the one-handed cut, okay, it'll cut to the curved aces. Now, you don't know which ace you're gonna get, but you just know you're gonna get an ace, okay? And so you keep doing the cut until, and you can kind of tell where the aces are with the top card will be bowed, and then just kind of unbend it a little bit when you show it. And this is when you can do, a production or a color change or whatever, or card change when you produce them. And I like to put the ace of spades on the side, just I'll show you for the next part. So you just keep cutting until you get to the last ace, and that's the one you turn over. And the benefit about the one-handed cut too is sometimes you'll get an ace that's on this side of the deck when you cut to the ace, and so you can just make it appear like that. So that's just one benefit of doing the one-handed cut, okay? So now we have the aces, all right, and you can see, I mean, they're bowed, but they're not bowed as much, because when you shuffle them, it gets rid of the bend in the cards a little bit, okay? So you have the aces, and then you just do your bluff, it's called a bluff move. You take the first ace, put it on top, and that's when you get just a break on that first ace, second ace, third ace, and then point out that you're using the ace of spades as the last one. Okay, so that'll be the top card. You have a break under all four aces now, and then you say you're just going to take the ace of spades, but you're actually taking all four aces, and you say you're going to put it towards the bottom of the card. And what you're doing is you're taking all four aces, and this is the bluff move, placing them on the bottom of the deck, and then pushing down the three aces with your right finger and pulling down with your left finger in one kind of move, and then turning it over, showing that the ace of spades, give it a flick, is somewhere at the bottom, and you're covering up the other aces with your left hand, okay? So this ace is 3 from the bottom, but it's the other 3 aces that are below it, okay? So there's the 4 aces, but you're showing, I put the first ace down. You only show the one ace, and the ace of spades looks best because it's got a lot of writing on it, and you can show that it is covered by other cards, okay? So that's the bluff move. And so that's just what takes practice, and I probably did it really bad, but you just get the idea for this one, okay? When you do it really well, it looks like you're only putting one card down at the bottom, okay? So I'll show you once again. You have your break, the ace of spades. Take all 4 aces. Say you're going to place that ace near the bottom, okay? Push it, pull the ace of spades up a little bit, covering your finger, and then pushing those other cards down to make them flush with the other cards, and then covering it with your hand, okay? And then flick. And then you just say, now, these are just 3 other cards, and then you just say, I'm going to take the second ace, the third ace, and then the 4th ace. And you can show them, they think those are aces. You can show that they're, in different spots of the deck. Just push all the cards in. And then I think I gave it another shuffle, And all I did was just shuffle those 4 aces first with my left hand, and then did just a regular riffle shuffle, keeping the 4 aces on the bottom, okay? And then you want to do a slip slop shuffle, which is just taking a few cards off the top into my right hand, turning my right hand over, and then placing another few cards underneath that, grabbing it with my right thumb, and then flipping over, and then just maintaining a few more cards, push over on the bottom, and then repeat with just turning over my hand. So it looks like you're mixing up the cards, but you're not. You're just making half the deck face up, half the deck face down, okay? So a few cards, and then flip over, my right hand flips over, another few cards. And then when you get to the last 4 cards, okay, place those on top of the deck, because those are the 4 aces, okay? So once you do that, you have something that looks like this, okay? You have roughly half the deck face up, roughly half the deck face down, and then the 4 aces face down on top of the deck, okay? Now, when you do that, you can show, if you cut in the first top half of the deck, that you have face-to-back cards, back-to-face cards if you cut on the bottom half of the deck, and then there's one spot, you know, sort of in the middle where they meet, that you have back-to-back cards. So when you show the back-to-back cards, that's when you turn over with your right hand this top stack, okay, just this half, and then place them back on top, okay? So because those aces are on top, it doesn't look like you're really doing anything. You're just showing face back-to-back cards and placing them back on top, but you're turning the top stack over, okay? So you have that, aces are here, turn it over and put them on top of that bottom half, okay? So now you have something that looks like this. And you can end here, okay? You have the 4 aces face up in the middle, but I like to put cards in between the aces because when you put them in the deck, you put them in different spots. So now I'll just do 2 incomplete Pharaoh shuffles, where I just take a few cards off the top and then just try and weave them just in between the aces. Okay, that's all that's important with this shuffle. You don't have to do complete Pharaohs. You don't have to do perfect Pharaohs. You're just trying to weave some cards in between the aces. And that's why I do it twice. And if you riffle with your left thumb, you can see where the aces are. See how they're towards the top right there? And then I'll just do another one. And then make sure when you cut the cards to do the Pharaoh, your incomplete Pharaohs, you just don't cut at an ace, okay? And then I do 2, and usually that's enough. But like, this is a new trick, you know? So whatever you're comfortable with, okay? And then you can flick through and see that the aces are, you just don't want the aces towards the top. If you get the aces towards the top, just give the deck a cut like that, and then that'll put them more in the middle, because that's where you kind of want them, is in the middle. So once you do the 2 incomplete Pharaohs, if you spread them out, now you have the 4 aces face up inside a face down deck, okay? And it's a regular deck of cards, and then you can show regular deck of cards, and you can pick the aces up, and you can show that you have 4 regular aces, and that's the ambitious ace triumph. And thank you to DarkSaber052 for suggesting that I teach this. It's kind of a combination of 2 different tricks, so I think it's really neat. It does require probably a little bit of practice, but once you master it, it should be a pretty neat trick to do. So please let me know what you think. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time.